Throughout the Ukraine war, Patriot missiles have remained a contentious and widely discussed topic. Ukraine is eager to acquire as many of these missiles as possible. Russia had earlier warned Western nations against supplying them, fully aware of how formidable these missiles are. However, the West disregarded that warning. Still, Ukraine's demand for Patriot missiles continues unabated, and for good reason. These missiles represent Ukraine's most effective defense against the aerial assaults launched by Russian President Vladimir Putin. But what exactly are Patriot missiles? And why are they so highly sought after? Not just by Ukraine, but by many others. This video dives into those very questions, beginning with a key reason why Patriot systems are considered so essential. There is simply no better missile defense system when it comes to countering ballistic threats. Ballistic missiles are self-guided, rocket-propelled weapons that follow a high, arcing trajectory to strike their targets. That arc takes them so far into the atmosphere that many traditional air defense systems struggle to lock onto them. As they descend toward Earth, guided by onboard systems, they do so at incredibly high and destructive speeds. These missiles are especially difficult to intercept during their terminal descent phase, even when they enter the effective range of conventional air defenses. What makes ballistic missiles particularly dangerous is their power and versatility. They can be equipped with explosive, chemical, biological, or even nuclear warheads. These weapons can be launched from land, sea, or air depending on their type, posing a major threat to any country forced to confront them. Russia possesses a large arsenal of ballistic missiles. The exact number depends on the source. According to a report by the Kyiv Independent on June 21st, Russia's weapons stockpile includes 1,950 missiles in total, along with several thousand drones. While not all of these are ballistic missiles, the Kyiv Independent did specify that out of the 1,950, there are 500 Iskander-M ballistic missiles, 150 hypersonic Kinzhal missiles, and up to 60 KN-23 ballistic missiles. The KN-23s are manufactured in North Korea and likely provided to Putin through his cooperative defense pact with the otherwise isolated regime. A slightly different estimate emerged from Defense Express in a July 13th report. Citing data from Ukraine's defense intelligence networks, it stated Russia had 250 Iskander-MS and 50 KN-23s, totaling 300 short-range ballistic missiles potentially available for use against Ukraine. Russia is supporting these missile systems with about 60 mobile launchers, which it has stationed near its border with Ukraine. Ultimately, the precise stockpile figure matters less than the grim reality. Russia has ballistic missiles and actively uses them against Ukraine. One of the most devastating examples occurred in April when Russia fired a pair of Iskander missiles at Sumy. The strike, by Russia's standards, was deemed successful. It killed at least 34 people and injured 117 others, including 15 children, according to the BBC. What made the attack especially tragic was its timing. It took place on Palm Sunday, turning a day of religious celebration in Sumy into a day of national mourning due to Russia's use of Iskanders. This brings us back to the importance of Patriot missiles. As the Kyiv Independent noted on July 14th, ballistic missiles differ from cruise missiles in that they don't travel in straight paths. They follow curved arcs, soaring into the upper atmosphere before plummeting back down. As previously mentioned, this trajectory lets them break the sound barrier, making them incredibly challenging to intercept without specially designed anti-ballistic systems. And that's exactly what Patriot missiles are built for. Lockheed Martin, the manufacturer, promotes the PAC-3, or Patriot Advanced Capability 3 MSC, as the most advanced air defense missile system in the world. This claim is well-founded. The Patriot system is engineered to intercept not only ballistic missiles, but also cruise missiles and fast-moving aircraft, including fighter jets. Defense analyst Andriy Karuk elaborated in a conversation with the Kyiv Independent, saying the Patriot's real strength lies in its open architecture, which supports integration with various weapons and radars. This applies to both the missile batteries and launchers, enhancing their versatility. So what about the Patriots themselves? Their effectiveness against ballistic threats largely depends on which version is deployed. The PAC 2, or the PAC-3. The PAC-2 is the original legacy version of the Patriot missile. Despite its age, it remains a formidable threat to Russian ballistic weapons. Air and Space magazine describes the PAC-2 as a single-stage, solid-fuel interceptor launch from the ground, typically equipped with a high-explosive warhead. Its key strengths are its exceptional speed and its capability to target threats at high altitudes. The PAC-2 can reach speeds exceeding 3,500 miles per hour, which is on par with or faster than many ballistic missiles. It can intercept targets at altitudes up to 20 miles. Given that the Iskander-M can reach between 3.7 and 31 miles in altitude, the PAC-2 may not strike at the missile's highest point, but its 60-mile range enables it to hit Iskanders before they descend toward their targets. First deployed in 2002, the PAC-2 proved its value during Opera Still. The U.S. sought an even more advanced variant, a missile that could hit harder, more accurately, and deliver superior defense against enemy ballistic threats. That's what led to the PAC-3. Like the PAC-2, the PAC-3 is designed for intercepting ballistic missiles. On the surface, it may not appear dramatically different from its predecessor. In certain respects, the PAC-3 could even be seen as a downgrade compared to its predecessor. For example, the PAC-3 has a shorter range than the PAC-2. It can only cover distances between 12 and 22 miles to strike a target. This means users must allow an incoming ballistic threat to come closer before attempting an interception, increasing the risk involved. However, the PAC-3 compensates for this limitation with a suite of advanced features that make it a more appealing option than the PAC-2. Chief among these is its hit-to-kill approach. Unlike the PAC-2, which uses an explosive warhead to destroy a target, the PAC-3 relies solely on kinetic energy. It neutralizes threats by colliding with them directly, using sheer velocity to annihilate the incoming missile. That's a significant shift from the PAC-2, which the Kyiv Independent describes as using a blast fragmentation warhead. It explodes near its target, causing damage through proximity. The PAC-3, by contrast, penetrates and destroys the target on impact. Moreover, the PAC-3 is capable of achieving speeds up to Mach 5, roughly 3,836 miles per hour, making it slightly faster than the PAC-2. This added speed is crucial when trying to intercept high-speed ballistic missiles. The PAC-3 is also equipped with an active radar seeker embedded in its nose, enabling it to track and engage an incoming target autonomously. Meanwhile, ground-based Patriot battery radar systems provide mid-course updates to the missile, aiding the seeker and vastly increasing the likelihood of a direct hit. Additionally, there's the PAC-3 Missile Segment Enhancement, MSE, the most advanced version of the system. The MSE boosts the missile's range and allows it to intercept threats at greater altitudes. According to the Kyiv Independent, this makes the MSE particularly well-suited for countering threats like the Iskander, Ken-23, and Kinzhal ballistic missiles found in Russia's arsenal. Altogether, there are two main reasons why the Patriot system is so highly sought after, especially in Europe. First, Russia poses a significant ballistic missile threat, a fact it has demonstrated repeatedly throughout the Ukraine war. Second, beyond its current arsenal of short-range ballistic missiles, Russia also possesses intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, capable of carrying nuclear warheads. Confronting this threat has become a top priority for every European country, especially given fears that Russia could expand its ambitions beyond Ukraine if Vladimir Putin's invasion proves successful. That warning was echoed by NATO chief Mark Rutte in June, when he cautioned that Russia could be prepared to use military force against NATO within the next 5 years. 5 years. Let's not deceive ourselves. We are all now standing on the eastern flank.